Sup nerds, today is round one of my local sealed event from Friday night. This is my deck versus Spencer's deck. He opens by digivolving into that blue thing and playing a 2-cost Argamon from his hand. I hatch my Kakenmon and digivolve into Armadillomon for 0. And for the most part, everything is a vanilla, except for like a few Digimon where their effects are relevant. I'm really just going to try to speak to the strategy I have in each one of these games. I digivolve into Shademon just to have a blocker that I can pull out on my turn 2. And then I drop a 3-cost champion so I can threaten an ultimate on the following turn, potentially, depending on how much memory he gives me. He promotes his Digimon. And he swings and then it dies to the Falcomon. I'm thinking he's probably short on level 4s with him swinging like that so early. So he just plays a Ricky for 4 to put me to 1. It's fine. So now I get to promote and now I have a 5k blocker to keep him from swinging in with his rookies like that. And I do have Chaosmon in my hand, but I do not have a level 6 in my hand yet. I haven't drawn one. So I go ahead and just digivolve into Dino Beamon. That way if he does try to swing with that 5k, if it does live, because I'm not going to block it with a Shademon and just lose out on my Shademon for no reason, I will swing into it with Dino Beamon and then have Piercing plus Jamming. Digivolves into his Terurimon. So the main strategy of these is just board presence. You just want to be able to keep your opponent's Digimon off the board, whether that be through removal or just running them over if they're suspended. That is the game plan. If you do follow that, it's pretty... he swings and then dies to a 7k. It's a pretty simple strategy. There's a little more nuance to it in like each individual game state, but like that's the main thing. And it is a relatively simple strategy to follow. Just kill your opponent's Digimon when you have the chance to. Digivolve into my Pillowmon. So he has a 6k ultimate on the field, and he only has a Rookie and Breeding. So I know if I swing with my Dino Beamon, and I only give him 1 memory, he can't possibly swing back over my Dino Beamon on his turn without playing like a Blinding Ray or something. Which is in this format. There was at least 1 Blinding Ray that I saw when I walked around people's games after the match was over. So go ahead and swing with Dino Beamon. Unless I check an option, I'm going to live because I have Jamming. And then I digivolve into my Devimon for 2 to choke him to 1. Now there's no way he can possibly digivolve into something big enough to swing over my Dino Beamon, so I don't have to protect it with Shademon for a turn, which is nice. He can swing security, but I do not care. It's most likely going to die. And I did finally draw a level 6, and it's arguably the best level 6. I do have a Mastermon in my hand as well, but Victory Greymon is so huge in this meta. Just being able to digivolve and pop an 8000 DP Digimon, which is going to be most of the ultimates that can be played, and also just having 12k DP. Very powerful card. So I really want to... I'm going to go ahead and swing a Dino Beamon. I really want to keep the Devimon on the field so he doesn't promote his Rookie. Which that's the reason why I didn't promote it last turn. He kept it in raising because he saw that I had Devimon in my raising. But I don't want to give him a bunch of memory. And I do want to have something to swing back over his Gigimon, which is at 10k. If he does swing into my security or into my Dino Beamon. It's more correct to swing into my Dino Beamon than it is security in this situation. But I want to be able to crack him back, so I go ahead and just digivolve into my 3-cost ultimate that has 10,000 DP. So worst case scenario, unless he digivolves into a level 7, I can just crash into the Digimon, which I will take that trade. And then he promotes with his he promotes his Salamon since he feels like it's safe now. Swing security. It dies. He does get to recover 1. Then he tries to swing into my Dynabemon. And I think about it, and I would rather have an ultimate on my field than a champion, so I block with Shademon. That gives me an extra swing on the following turn, as well as potentially a Victory Greymon play after I attack with it, which is pretty nice. Because it's going to be a lot harder for him to swing over a 12,000 DP suspended Digimon. He plays Labramon to draw 1 Trash 1 and choke me to 1. But I do not need any amount of memory to do my turn. I just need to have a turn. Discards the Durandamon, looks like. It's a pretty decent card. I hatch my Demimeramon. By far my best Digitama the whole day. It's the only one I really got its effect off consistently. And Digivolve into one of my Digiburst level 3s. The ones that go back to your hand when you Digiburst them. So I go ahead and crash into the Digimon for 10k. It does recover 1, but I'm okay with that. I got his Meg off the field. I swing it down to Beamon, get rid of whatever he recovered. And then I get to Victory Greymon and pop his Labramon, so now he has no board. And I have a Mega and a Rookie in my breeding area. So I have full control over the board state right now. I'm in a very good position. I also have Chaosmon in my hand. I've had it in my hand for most of this game. So if he does play anything on the field, I can kill it on my turn. Unless he puts up a blocker next to it. Which is pretty nice. Because I'm going to be able to swing security with the Victory Greymon for 12k. It's going to be pretty hard for it not to survive that. And then Chaosmon, kill whatever you put on the board. Check another security. And then most likely swing with my Rookie as well before I Digivolve. So he drops a level 4. That's fine. Now he is very far behind. So I go ahead and swing with my 2k Digimon. It dies to a 3k check. Demimeramon triggers. Draw 1, trash 1. Fugumon. That's not a bad Digimon to draw. And I go ahead and trash the Pillowmon. I put that in there in the case that Mastamon gets dropped. So I swing with Victory Greymon and then Digivolve into Chaosmon. I do give him 4 memory, but I'm clearing his board again, and now he only has 1 security, and I have a 14,000 DP Digimon with piercing on my field. So it's pretty much GG's. There's not really a whole lot you can do here with only 4 memory. So he plays a Zed Garurumon for 11 to put me to 7. He does this. He told me after this game that his plan was to play that, and hopefully, for whatever reason, I have to put him to 3 memory after swinging with my Chaosmon, because he does have an Armageddonmon in his hand, and if I don't put up a blocker or something to protect the Chaosmon, he can run it over and potentially come back in the game. Odds are that wouldn't really help him because I'm gonna have to play Digimon on my field in order to put the memory back on his side. There's no way he's going to be able to put enough blockers to survive another turn. And I'm trying to see if I can just kill him on this turn, just to save a little time. I'm trying to see if I can Mastamon, but I realize I don't have enough memory to do it. And I also know he has something up his sleeve here that I don't know what it is yet, but I know there's a reason why he played that Mega. So I'm just going through the options. Because like Blitz Omni would be a bit of an issue, and stuff like that. So I go ahead and just swing. So I have the check. I play Chaosmon for 3. Then Digivolve into a blocker. And right here, Spencer knows it's over because he knows he can't run over my Chaosmon even if he wants to. Even if I give him enough memory, he can't do anything about it. And then I play Fugumon for 3, just put another champion on my field and choke him to 1. And he scoops. So yeah, game 1 goes to me. Very nice. Spencer, I believe, is going to choose to go first, which is awesome. I love getting an extra card and extra memory. Oh, by the way, if you guys have not checked out our giveaway for a box of 1.0, make sure to check that out. The link for that is in the description. Also, we do have a Discord for the channel up now, and the link for that is also in the description, so check that out. Come join our community. We are just starting out, but we're trying to build it up and have a little fun community going for Digimon. Alright, and Spencer did choose to go first. Hooray! He starts off by hatching his Yokomon and Digivolving into Kodomon. One of my favorite yellow rookies from this BT5 set. Digivolves into Bunny for 1. Pretty nice, he gets a Choke Me to 1 and also put a 6,000 champion in his breeding area. So I Digivolve into Patamon. And then I don't have a champion in my hand quite yet, besides XVMon, which I kind of want to save. So I go ahead and just play Falcomon for 2, just choke him back to 1. The goal is, if I have Vmon in my hand and I do see Falcomon, is to swing with Falcomon and hope it survives a security check, and then Digivolve into XVMon and potentially swing again, or just unsuspend him so he can't be swung over. That was the game plan. This is one of the few instances where I got both of those in my hand. He Digivolves into that lion thing, Bastamon, to choke me back to 1, which is fine. And I do draw one of my Shademons. So I go ahead and swing with Falcomon, see if it survives. Nope. Check a 15,000 Armageddon. Definitely not surviving that. So I'd rather not waste the other body I have on my field by swinging and hoping it survives. So what I do is just play a Chaosmon. I don't have any level 6s in my hand, so I don't really have a reason to start building up into a stack, because he doesn't have a block on his field, so I don't care about like what my DP is. Ideally, I would like to build into a Mega to swing back over that ultimate once he Digivolves into a Mega, but if I don't have a Mega in my hand yet, I need to just start rushing him, because there's not a guarantee I'm going to draw into a Mega, unfortunately. He Digivolves into Zed Garurumon and gets to Digiburst 2 to bounce one of my, is it level 5 or lower, or level 4 or lower? I can't remember. I think it's level 5 or lower, but it's irrelevant because they're both rookies. He bounces the Patamon back to my hand. I lose my egg, which doesn't really matter. I lose board presence, but that egg, like I said, doesn't interact with any of my cards, so it's literally a vanilla card. I hatch my Kakenmon and Digivolve into my Galmon. So I still have not drawn a Mega, and now he has a Mega on the field, so I take advantage of the 3 memory that he gave me, and I decide to just rookie rush his security, because if I don't ever draw into a Mega, I have no way of clearing that Zed Garurumon off the field. So just trying to build into a stack would be fruitless if I don't see a Mega, so I'm not even going to try it. So I swing with Chaosmon, die to the 3k check, and then play 2 Digimon with 4,000 DP, put him back to 3. Now I have 3 swings potentially on my turn, and he only has 2 guys on his field, so like unless he plays a blocker, I can swing out on my turn, and then I just play another Digimon, and he most likely will not be able to kill me depending on what he does on this turn. So he plays a Gabumon and then suspends it for Digizorption. He actually forgets to draw here, and I don't catch it to remind him. I don't think it ends up mattering. I didn't catch this until after rewatching the match. Swing security and checks a Shademon. This is the only game that Shademon was in security that I played Friday night. But very good. It gives me an extra body on my field, so if he gives me enough memory to Digivolve, which I actually do have a 2-cost ultimate in my hand, if he gives me 2 memory, I can just swing out and kill him. And he drops Gigimon for 10 to max me out. And I asked him why he did that after the game, because I was really confused why he did that, because I have 4 guys on the field. And he said he had a plan, and he also said that the Shademon couldn't attack. And he said based on the way I was playing, he assumed that I was just bricked up and just had nothing but rookies. Which, I mean, it's a valid thought, but I had ultimates and stuff in my hand. I just never had an Omega, so I told him I had no reason to build into a stack. So I just swing out, and then I just Digivolve into one of the ultimates in my hand and swing for game. So I do take it 2-0. And I tell Spencer that even if he had Digivolved into the Digimon in his hand for 2, I had a 2-cost ultimate, so it didn't matter that he gave me 10 memory. I was just kind of confused by the play there. But GG's to Spencer. I do take round 1 2-0. Make sure to catch tomorrow's video where I play round 2. But I do appreciate you guys stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're interested in this kind of content and want to come back for more. But until next time, see ya.